So what is one stock everyone should be invested in right now as the market is pulling on back? What's going on, team? It's Ricky here with TechBet Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. And just to make sure that you guys can see my screen, I'm going to be talking about SPY and one of the main benefits of it. So this is something that a lot of people, I guess, just don't understand as they're just getting into the stock market. They tend to overcomplicate where they should invest their money. Now, at the end of the day, feel free to reach out to an investment advisor, and I can almost reassure you that if you're trying to overcomplicate of like, well, I don't know how many shares of Apple I should buy. I don't know how many shares of Amazon stock I should buy. It is very overwhelming because there are so many great stock options out there, right? There's a lot of great companies that because of what happened in 2022, the market has aggressively sold off and has presented huge opportunity. Now, one of two things. You can either try to be proactive with trying to do your due diligence into what companies would make great investments for 2023 and so on. All I have to say is that every previous recession has been viewed as a missed opportunity, but every current recession is viewed as a risky time to invest. And it's all about perspective, right? Because we can always look back and be like, wow, I should have invested more because obviously the markets always recover. But right now, that markets are uncertain. Inflation is still relatively pretty high. Interest rates are still not very attractive. It brings a lot of uncertainty with the overall economy, and rightfully so. So what is one avenue you can take as a complete beginner to not overcomplicate your investments? And this is SPY. So SPY is an ETF that follows the S&P 500. And the great thing about this actual ETF is that, well, the S&P 500 is made up by the top 500 most valuable companies that are publicly traded. A lot of them tech, a lot of them luxury brands. Again, look into it. Look into what actually makes up the S&P 500. And the great thing about being so well diversified, well, the great thing about that for you is you literally just have to buy SPY. If you can buy ETFs, right? If you're in the US, you should have no problem doing so. You can open up your trading account. So it's the fifth link in the description down below. Buy SPY if it meets your criteria, right? And automatically you gain the exposure of 500 different companies. I want to show you this, right? First, one thing that I quickly wanted to talk about is if you look back to the top 6 biggest crashes that we've experienced in the past 60 years, 80 years, the market has always recovered. It's not an if, but it's a when. Can you tolerate the time that it will take when the market recovers? Do not put yourself in an unfortunate position, right? Because yeah, the market, based off of last week as the inflation report came out, the market did go up a little bit kicking off the new year, right? It doesn't mean that it's going to continue to go that way right away, right? We still have up and coming earning reports. They're not expected to be great. The market could sell off a little bit before it gets better, but guess what? You don't need to be perfect, right? 2023 is not the year to be perfect. 2023 is the year for progress and to be invested. That's all it should be focused on, right? Regardless of what it is that you choose to invest in, it's most likely a much better deal now than it was in 2022, right? If you look at even stocks like Amazon, Amazon is trading at the same level that it was trading at back in 2018. That means that everything that it's gained in the past 4 to 5 years of growth and gain, it's given it all back. Think about that. One of the most valuable companies that's publicly traded. But guess what? You can also gain that exposure by being invested in something like SPY. SPY, based off of its current price point, it's trading right around the EMA. We're not necessarily making higher highs and higher lows above the EMA, right? So we've been getting rejected ever since the start of March of last year, making lower highs and lower lows. This is why I'm making you aware that things can get worse before they get better. But again, this is not the year to be perfect, right? Yes, we can sell right back off to the moving average, but that's fine. The idea is that you begin to put a plan of action from the current price point based off of previous all-time highs, just if it recovers. That would be a net return of 18, nearly 19%. On average, you hear it all the time. The stock market on average grows around 7 to 10% a year. This is more than double, nearly triple of that 7% growth, right? Again, it's understanding what is currently being presented. You don't need to buy $1,000 worth of it or whatever it is that you have in your trading account or what you're thinking about investing. What I think is the best way to do or how to kind of get your feet wet with the market is even if you buy one share, $398.50. Even if you buy one share, The biggest mistake you can make is having so much fear and overcomplicating it so much that you don't even get invested at all. Let's say that this time around, you don't invest with your $10,000, right? Obviously, it offers an 18% return. It's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed. But when the markets do recover, yeah, maybe you didn't do it with $10,000, but even if you did it with that one share, these recessions and these pullbacks always happen. So therefore, if you're able to buy one share and test the waters, right, with only $398, the market recovers and you can see, wow, look, it really did return. I really did experience a return of 18 to 19% on this index, right? The next time that a recession happens, it's not because someone told you, it's because you experienced it firsthand. And that's what I think is more valuable. Not because it's guaranteed, not because it's going to make you a gajillionaire, right? But because you are at least someone that is not scared to test and try new things. There's this quote that we often hear, and it's that fear has killed more dreams than failure. And how does that resonate with you, right? How many times have you been so scared to get invested? How many times have you been so scared to take advantage of an opportunity because of the, unknown, right? Well, don't overcomplicate it, right? Just like we said, it doesn't even have to be SPY, but whatever stock, whatever company you see the most value in, if that's Amazon stock, right? If we go and look it up very quickly, Amazon stock from where we're at right now at $98, and this is after a huge week that it just had, it still offers a 91% return. Let's say that you spend $98. You click the fifth link in the description down below. You download the same trading application that I'm using. It's free for everyone in the US. You deposit $100. By using my link, you will automatically earn up to 12 free stocks worth anywhere from $7 to $1,000 each. On top of that, not only do you get all those free stocks, but you can buy your one share of Amazon stock. Again, you're not doing it because of the money, you're doing it to gain experience. So when Amazon does begin to recover, because we all know Amazon isn't going anywhere anytime soon, you got it for a good deal, the market recovers, you look back and be like, wow, I made 90% on one stock. If this was $10,000, I could have made $9,000 profit. I would have had $19,000. If I would have invested this with $100,000, I would have made $90,000 profit. I would have had $190,000. If I would have done this with $1 million, I would have made $900,000. Again, how do you think the rich continue to get rich, right? There's this saying of poor people spend money they don't have, the medium class saves money that they keep, and the rich invest. Understand when to invest and don't overcomplicate it. I'm not here to convince you that you should go, balls to the wall and just go all in. I want you to do it in a calculated way. And I think one of the best ways in doing so is to manage your position size. Don't overcomplicate it. I think indexes like SPY or like QQQ, which is a focus on the NASDAQ ETF, right? So if you want a little bit more of a focus on or a little bit more exposure on tech, right? Because you see more value in tech growth, this thing offers a 44% return, and this thing follows the NASDAQ market. There's three main indexes in the US that are well known, and that's the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and NASDAQ, right? I just explained to you two of them. SPY follows the S&P 500, and QQQ follows the NASDAQ. All of them are all under $300, all under $400, $398, and that's if you buy a full share, right? And then you have Amazon at $98. We hear it all the time where, again, people continue to try to look for the perfect time to invest. The perfect time was, yesterday, in the sense that there's never really a perfect time to invest. This is not the year of being perfect. This is the year of implementing and showing signs of progress. And I think the best way in doing so is to not be afraid to take advantage of an opportunity and to simply do it in a more calculated way. And that's by managing your position size. So if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to send me a direct message. I respond to all of my direct messages via Discord. That's that first link in the description down below, or send me a direct message via Instagram, and that's that third link in the description down below. I am verified on Instagram, so just know that that is my only Instagram account, and all the other ones that pretend to be me, I can promise you are fake. Other than that, I really do appreciate you guys' time. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of what these indexes were, having the exposure of up to 500 different companies, and how it doesn't matter how far you look back, right? This was 2008, right? And as bad as it got in 2008, right, got to lows of 50, it eventually recovered, right? It's a very simple question. Can you tolerate the time that it will take for the market to recover? It doesn't matter if it takes 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. If you go in with one share, then guess what? You're not doing it for the money. You're doing it for the proof of concept. And that's what I want you to continue to remind yourself. Even back in 2020, market sold off, found its support, it always recovered. Market sold off, it's almost showing signs of a support, but eventually we know one thing, markets will always recover. So again, will you be someone like the poor that continues to spend money that they don't have? Will you be like the median class that saves money that they have? And or will you be like the rich? Invest the money that they have to be able to make more money, right? It's a very simple step that you take today that can lead to a big change later down the road. And I think that the concept that you learned today will only better prepare you for the next recession and why we invest during uncertain times. So again, I really do appreciate you guys' time. Friendly reminder, I do trade live every single day. I don't just post my profits or I don't just post my losses, but I actually do it in front of my audience privately every single day right at market open. If you want to learn a little bit more about this, you can even get a taste of what it's like to watch me trade live. When you scroll down, you guys can actually see one of our actual live sessions within the landing page. And again, that's that second link in the description down below. Right now, we are running our biggest sale and it's $150 off. That's Learn Plan Profit 2.0. And we also give you a free mystery box at checkout, which comes with a free trading mouse pad, free trading art. It comes with a free trading Wall Street tee and a free trading journal. So it all comes included. It's provided for you at checkout. And again, if you want to learn more about that, that is that second link in the description down below. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.